You know, listen, folks, some people speak about first world problems, things that only come about in a country or society where you have an ability to get things that aren't just necessities. Um, I've run into one today. It's kind of funny. Some of y'all might enjoy this. So just a second, let me show you my first world problem. The problem begins in that my apartment is being remodeled. As such, I've had to move my entire armory into my dad's house temporarily. And as you can see, all my swords and many other things are strewn about on this rug on the floor. In that long Japanese sword box back there, which originally had a nodachi in it. I never owned the nodachi. I bought the box. It has my archery bows, and then over here are my knives and daggers. And going from this way, I kind of have some stuff on top of it. You can see I start with the Greekish sword there, and then the Viking swords, medieval swords, Renaissance swords, on up to rapiers and into the sabers and such there. And here's I laid them both directions. So you see, go back going this way, we still have, starting with the bottom of the Greek sword there, there's the Viking sword, and another Viking sword. And that one with the stitching there is an arming sword. A little later arming sword. That's my side sword that I've been showing in videos recently. One of my rapiers, saber, French cavalry sword. My falchion, Asian swords, and then of course back to the abundance of knives I've collected. And here's my collection of oversized folding knives. Now, that's crowded enough as it is, but here's my whip, and my arrows, and my club, and my warhammers, and my mace, and another axe, a machete-like sword I made, kind of a fantasy elvenish sword. This, which is basically a big Morgenstern I've made. A couple of frog prickers and oven forks. And then in this rifle case is not a rifle. It is, in fact, the swords. I did not have swords and knives. I did not actually have scabbards for, so I didn't want to leave the blades that are sharp sitting out. Now, you may be saying to yourself, wow, that is a lot of stuff to have to find a place to sit on the floor. Yes, it is. But even worse than that is, my pole arms are not amongst here. Do you see any pole arms? No. So my spears, some of my axes, and other things that are too big to fit in this room are out in the garage. Fortunately, most of their heads I've coated with linseed oil to protect them from rusting. But that's my first world problem. I just don't have enough room at my dad's house to store my stuff until my apartment gets remodeled. Oh yeah, also, nunchucks. Listen, folks,